Yes, I'm back again. Yes, I'm back again. Live stream. Much love and respect to the people again. So here we go. Haiti versus Scotland. Huge game in this Group C encounter. With have see Brazil and Morocco just drew their game as well. So we are here again, ready to discuss this Haiti game, which is going to be a massive game. Someone like me, support the Reggae Boys team, familiar with the CONCACAF. This game not going to be an easy game, for Scotland. I think, Scotland probably will edge it as the favorite, but what this Haiti team can do at any given moment, they have players that's good enough. They have collective effort of body of plays as well. A bit of an unknown coach, relatively, in the local region of where Haiti play in the CONCACAF, but be knowing, outside of the world of he's a very competent manager, know how to get the job done. But let's see if Scotland, can get the better of his Haiti team, which I'm gonna be a bit biased because of the region of where Haiti play and close and the country people. I think Haiti, a massive opportunity to edge this game to get a win or a point in this game, and it would be a very good point as well. But these two nations currently playing at this moment, Haiti and Scotland, they will see this game as the game to get 3 points from. Yeah, they will ideally see this game to get 3 points from, knowing that they will close out the group stage with the last two favorites of Group C, Morocco and the Brazilian national team. So if Scotland wants to get into the last 32 by getting one of those spots, whether it's going to be first, second, or third, this is a game to get a point from, maximum point, not just a point, but maximum point. But you could see Isidore, playing for Scotland, he applied his trade right up to the border, up in the northeast or northwest of England, close to the Scotland border. So you would have known some of these players as well, playing for Scotland who have played in the Premier League. So this is a massive game for him as well. Very good recruit, from the Haiti national team. He'll be a threat going forward. And the goalkeeper in goal, Placide, veteran goalkeeper of the Haiti national team, he's going to have to be the wall of 8 in between the two sticks. But I feel like, even Shackleton, got a few looking just around the dangerous areas of the 80 box in the defensive third. Massive farm as well, almost capture the Scottish Premier League for Arts and last it on the final day. Now he's going to apply his trade, when they return after the club season for Rangers. So massive player, for Scotland as well. Scott McTominay is a very good boots of him returning, from that little stomach bug. Yes, little stomach bug. He recovered from that. You want to see the best players, playing on the pitch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So for the ones them that don't really know much about this Haiti team, it's a very good team. Yeah, it's a very good team. Haiti was in a group with Costa Rica and Honduras, and I think Nicaragua. I can double check as well if it's Nicaragua or Guatemala. It was Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras, and they managed to finish first. I always remember that game they were playing in Costa Rica when I think they were down 2-1 and they managed to finish the game, and 3-3. Almost could have won the game as well. I think they missed a penalty in that game. I can, double check as well on that real quick if there was a missed penalty. Yes, there was a missed penalty from Dawkins Nazon in that game as well. Yeah, to go, that penalty would have scored, that would have bring them 2-1, but minutes after, the rebound, he scored on the rebound as well, and then he scored again minutes after. So Haiti went 3-2 up in the game, after 2-1 down, and then one Pablo Vargas for Costa Rica managed to grab a point. But Haiti were in group of death in their qualification stage, and they managed to get out of that. So not many people at this 80 team to be in this World Cup. So you see they recruit very well. Belgrade from Wolverhampton. Very good young player as well. Luisius, the number 11. Playing wide right. On that right hand side for Haiti, very good player. So they have some decent players, but what make them strong is the resilience of the collective work of not giving up, playing against the odds. They favor these moments, they strive on these moments as an underdog coming into this group. Many people, including the bookies, have Haiti to finish fourth in this group when match day finish ends. Yeah, so don't write this team out. Scotland cannot take them lightly. They have to turn up and they must bring their A game as this 80 team. Defensively, I think might have a bit of a clumsiness, between the centre back pairing. I know one of them, I think is Ricardo as well. Can look at the starting 11. One of them, Ricardo Ade, very good, defender as well, but very aging in his mid-30s, and the crew, not a player as well that's very good. Yeah, so let's see what's going to happen. But you can see, their crew is playing for Lugano in Switzerland, and also Ricardo Ade is playing for Quito in the Ecuadorian League in South America. So some of these Haitian players, like, Peyrut is one of the striker playing for Rizespor in the Turkish League. Isidore playing for Scotland. Belgrade in the midfield with Jakes, very good player as well. I watch Jakes a lot in the MLS because of Andre Blake affiliate with Jamaican as well. And, Luisius, this player, watched him so many times in this region, especially against the Reggae Boys. Very good player. Not so much, I know about the player in experience, playing, for Nancy in the French league, lower tier as well. And also Arcus, I familiar with him by watching him in the build-up friendlies game as well, playing for Angers in the French league as well, lower tier. So let's see. But this is the man, Placide, playing in French league for Bastia in French league there. He will have to come up big because this Scotland team, Shankland and Adams, they will get sniffed. They will get sniffed. But for me, it's very important of, both teams really cancel each other with the 4-4-2. Wow. Scott McTominay almost put the Scottish ahead in the game. Almost from, a very good challenge as well, in the middle of the park, from Eki, and it went right down to the right-hand side from Dow. Yeah, that's a very good opportunity from Scott McTominay, but the Birmingham man, the Bournemouth man found the player currently at this time playing in Napoli, hit the post. Very good. That's some of the trademark runs that, you will see from Scott McTominay. But that's when this Scotland team will be very dangerous, especially out on the left-hand side, with, Gannon Dow, very good, promising player as well, for Bournemouth. That was a good pickup for them. But it's all about how much they can get John Maggin in play, in this game as well, playing over on that left-hand side. I know how much he will favor playing on that left-hand side, even though Aston Villa is normally coming off that right-hand side inside on his left foot. But I see, both players, will switch both wings, the more the game goes on as well. Yeah, but Robertson is on the ball, let's see how much he can get in play as well. But it's very interesting though, Scotland, the goalkeeper, who is the number one at this moment in this World Cup, which is Gunn, didn't get the game time that he would have probably wanted at Nottingham Forest. That's a very interesting one as well. Ike has been very decent, in the Premier League for Brentford. Yeah. So let's see what will happen. No injury Seen him play in the Saudi Pro League under Steve Gerrard for El Atifak as well. So you can see Al Atifak, playing a couple of years now there. Um, yeah, let's see how this game pans out. 20 minutes in, Haiti 0, Scotland 0, rank 42, Scotland 80, rank 83 in the world. It's going to be a massive gap between the rankings, but it's not going to show on the pitch, as this 80 team will not die losing. They will die trying, and you're going to see a lot from this Asian team. And some of the people that can get off the bench, some game changer for Haiti. You're talking about Derek Etienne, a very good player as well, formerly of New York Red Bull Academy player. Now applied his trade in across the border of Canada, very good midfielder as well. And you're talking about Duktin Nazon, very good as well, yeah. And I like this player, Yasin, Fortune, like this player. Seen him in some of the friendlies as well. But let's see, if some of these players, will come off the bench and make a change of if 80 need to a bit of a surprise and spring some sparks, in their game and bring some life. But over on the other side, Ross Stewart, for Southampton, Lyndon Dykes, not the best of season under Nathan Jones at Charlton Athletic. George Hurst, got relegate with Ipswich Town in the last time they were in the Premier League. Decent, fairly good season. And the Manchester man who replaced Billy Gilmore, Tyler Fletcher, is in the squad, and Ryan Christie. So you're looking at more of brand names, experienced players at the highest level can come off the bench and really change moments in this game if Scotland really need people to come off the bench. And you have Kieran Tierney if they need a little bit of a direction of different dynamics at the back as well. Can really get him in and play through at the back, which they usually do under this coach Steve Clark as well. But massive shout out to Steve Clark. 3 major tournaments with him as well. Something that the Scottish never even dream of could have happened in successive years. So Scotland team is on a hop. The Haiti team is on a hop. Young players integrated into both teams as well. But the Haiti team will more of a heritage type of players that they're getting overseas from France. The connection with Haiti and France over the years. Don't have to get into that history. Yeah, so that's where, we'll leave it. Let's watch a game and see what will happen right here from now. Yes, let's see what will happen right here from now. Very fairly quiet game, on the Haitian side. Not much big chances created. The biggest chance created was that Doug went down that right-hand side versus experience, and he got the better of him in that duel, and it came on the edge of the box where Scott McTominay hit the post, standing tall, could not move. Yeah, Placide, the legendary goalkeeper of Haiti as well. But it's a patient build-up, The Scottish Scotland going to learn a lot from this Haiti team. The world will learn a lot from this Haiti team. That listen, this team under very good guidance, under a very good coach. I think the coach named Sebastian. Yeah, Sebastian Migny, very decent coach as well. Let's see what will happen. French nationality coach. So the world will know a lot about this Haiti team. That look, this team will create issue, going forward in major tournament if they continue down this line, and also will create issues going forward in their own region and in big tournaments. The more they qualify, the more they will get bigger name players from France. So let's see what will happen with some of these players. Yeah, looking over the fence already have maybe want to represent the Haitian team. What the first Caribbean country to qualify for the World Cup in 1976, somewhere right there. About 50 years ago. That's a very long time ago. I was nowhere close to be born. I think my dad was probably around a baby boy at that time. Yeah, a very young boy growing up in Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, so it's a very long time, man. While Scotland, last time they were in it, it was the last time the Reggae Boys team was in it as well. We back in those times. I think the last major tournament that Scotland qualified for, is it the 2000 euro? I think my memory serves me right. Yeah, the 2000 euro. But it is the first water break of the game. You will say halftime in the first 45 minutes. It is something new where I'm getting customized about. It's very something new I'm getting customized about. Yeah, Michael Gordon said 1974. Really appreciate that, Michael Gordon, on YouTube, as we are. I'm streaming on different platforms. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and also X as well. So big up to the hundreds of people across all the platforms. Yeah, go ahead and support whatever platform and give us a follower. And if you can come on YouTube and give us a follow as well on the Nicardo Media House Channel, Daniel Talk Football Show. As you know, we are a duo. Daniel is currently out, so I'm just picking up the baton solo run during this run, as it's one more game, and that game will kick off 12 a.m. Eastern time. That will kick off around 5 or 6 a.m. in England. I know this is probably around a 3 a.m. kickoff in England. So let's see what's going to happen here to Curacao ahead of Jamaica at this point. Definitely agree with you, Dovan McNeil. Definitely agree with you at this point. It's much of a better running program, and they are serious about their business. And you could see this Haiti team is actually putting the Scottish team on their back foot. Not many teams in this region, in the CONCACAF region, outside of the big three, Canada, Mexico, and US, can really come up, big and tall and strong and physical with the Scotland team, who are very good players. You look in the midfield, you look at the defensive line, and you look at the forward line. Very good players playing in top professional league, and also players that are on farm at this moment. So Haiti tells you that they are on a very good platform, but Haiti raised up a lot of antness when they did qualify out of that group with Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Not just finish on top, but with style. Yeah, but with style, they only lost one game. And I think that game was away in Honduras, where they lost, I think, 3-1. So shout out to this Haiti team, and also shout out to the Scotland team as well. Steve Clark is doing a magnificent job, with this. I think he signed an extra couple of years for the next Euros as well. So hopefully this Scotland team can really qualify for the next major tournament, which I think they have a very good bunch of players that can really deliver, for the Scottish people, for the next major tournament as well. Yes, so I'm looking at some of the qualification round, of Scotland as well. Scotland was in Group C of Denmark, Greece, and Belarus, where they finished comfortable. Just one game lost, 13 points, and they managed to qualify for the World Cup, Very good effort, from Scotland as well, Scotland is a team that I really idolize as well. I think they have a very good setup. I think they have some very bright futures coming through. I think what's some of the big positive signs about, you could see that player, Luisius, for the Reggae Boys fans them that's on the platform. Remember when that guy turned up into the national stadium in Kingston and destroyed the Reggae Boys team? He's a very good player. And look at he just walked through that Scotland midfield, drop your shoulder, turn deep inside, and gone and move. So it's not a joke. It's not a joke. These Asian players are not the most big brand names, but let me tell you, they're going to stamp them name in this World Cup, and the world going to see, and they will get better clubs. Scotland have scored, and it's in, and it is the Scottish Messi. And it is the Scottish Messi got one in the back of the net. Wow. That's a brilliant takedown from Che Adams, man. And it's Dork again over on that right-hand side. Yeah? That very good Very good takes. And it is a Scottish Messi. Yeah. Jean McGinn, the Scottish Messi, got them off the mark. He was there when that ricocheted. Very good goal. Have to clap the Scottish team. It's a very balanced team, but they got the goal. And let's see how this Scotland team will react. And let's see how this Haitian team will react after going behind. I think this ball ricocheted so many times. Placide could not do anything, to this shot, from John McGinn. Could not do anything. That's a very good pass. That's a very good pass, from Ainley. Very good pass from Ainley right there, the Hibernian pan. Very good pass from him right there. But this was a brilliant takedown from Che Adams, man. That ball ricocheted. And 80 is right on the front foot again. After going down in the 29 minute, they're right on the attack again. There's more goals to come. Whether it's going to come on the Haitian side or it's going to come on the Scottish side, but there will be at least a goal or two more left to come. But I like the approach of the Haiti team. They went down, they start bad attack, and one direct pass, to Peru. They almost got something, bit of a chaotic moment in the box, but it was a foul as well. Referee called for it, but it shows that they're still going to go after it. They're still going to go after it, and it's kind of quiet down. A bit more of the Haitian fans in the stadium who were very excited, singing the national anthem, so proud. Yes, singing the national anthem, so proud. But this goal should bring a bit of a confidence respite amongst the Scottish player. A bit nerve-wracking. They know that if they don't get nothing from this game, it will be a massive write-up in the newspaper in England and in Scotland in a few hours after the final whistle. You get what I'm saying? People will waking up who is sleeping right now. I don't know which Scottish is sleeping at this moment. I don't know. There shouldn't be no Scottish true football fans sleeping at this moment. I think Scotland should be awake. Yeah, Scotland should be awake at this moment. Early into the AM, around 3:34 AM at this moment should be in Scotland. Ooh. Almost, Scotland almost grabbed a second goal. Almost, man. Almost. Scott McTominay looks so physically dominant and dominating that midfield with his physical presence. But Shanklin, man. But Dog on that right-hand side is giving the left back, his name is Experience. He's giving him a very good test. He's giving them a very good test. Emoji boss, them Rob Haiti. The ex-Liverpool man on that right-hand side. He's giving that Haiti left back a very good run for his money. They need to cover and they need to help out on that left-hand side because that's where the problem is at for Haiti at this moment. The team looks solid around. But I'm looking at it where I don't think that's offside. Looking at it now, it's onside. Yeah, I don't think that was offside, to be honest. If that was the decision that Emoji Boss was saying, them foul the player, them are not giving the foul. Oh, I think the turnover from the Scotland right back before Haiti lose the ball, and then I think it went right back into the half of Haiti. Maybe that was the period you're talking about where they fouled the Haitian player, but it didn't given by the referee. But let's see, man. Let's see what will happen from here. Dauk has been, very good in this game, so far. You could look at the heat map. Look at this. He's right in the heart and soul. Come on, hit. Come on, that's a half chance, man. That's a half chance. Ay, ay, ay. That's a half chance. Slightly a half chance. Ay, 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 Peru. That's a half chance. That's a very good work, from Providence out on that left hand side, to be honest. And Ikni, he really squared him up over on that side. But a really open Peru would have really, latch on that one in the 6-yard box, to be honest. But that was a deflected goal, and it deflected off Belgrade, the Wolverhampton man. But kudos to John Maggin to take his opportunity. Jamaica, no, don't do that penalty left right now. No, bro, very sad. Yeah, it's very sad, man. Haiti is a talented team. You could see that this team is well structured and organized and coached. Thanks, referee. Good fall. Come on, Rabo. You fall the man. Come on, Rabo. Come on, Rabo. You fall the man. Come on. You put your arm on the man back, man. Come on, Rabo. Experienced player like that. The man back is turned to the goal. You don't need to touch him and put your hand in his back. The moment the player feel your hand in his back, he's going to go down. Come on, he's an experienced lad, man. You know better than that. Come on, man. Yeah, but that's a very good set piece. But I'm just saying, though, this is the danger man right here on the screen. The ex-Liverpool player, the academy player as well, Ben Dog. He is in the heart and soul of experience in the left back for the Haitian team. You can look at some of his stats. He have created 2 big opportunities already. Yeah. He had a shot off target that was wide on that right hand side as well, for him. So, he's coming up and screwing up that Haitian left back, and I think they need to help out as well. Maybe Providence can drop back a bit more deep when the player is going 1v1, depends on his position on the pitch, but you can see over there as well, that's a very good challenge from Providence, and the referee gave a stupid foul. Come on, that's a 50-50 challenge, ref. Where the hell this referee is from? Trying to figure. This referee is from Algeria. Mustafa Gorbal. Come on, man. Let's make better decisions, man. That's not a foul. But I mean, kudos to the Haitian team. I think the Haiti team have reacted positively, and they could see that the Haitian team is bringing the game to this. I mean, look, that's a very good drive, from Belgrade. Look, the Haitian team is having the Scotland team at this moment, and when Scotland scored, it was slightly on the run of play because the Haitian team was controlling, the tempo of the game. You can see every time your eyes, on the TV and you switch off and look back, the Haitian team is having the ball somewhere in the Scotland half right here, and you could see the build up again slowly. But you look the wingers in this 4-4-2 team, in this 4-4-2 setup. If you look at Lucius out on this near wide right, he is actually behind the play, and his partner in crime on that right hand side is. His name is Akrus from Angers. He is actually a bit either invert or is further. So that's something tactically to look at, how this Asian team is getting the better of the Scotland team in the middle of the park. They have so many players, know that They have bodies. They have options. When the ball turn over, they can hit really quick. And you could see just a minute ago, Belgrade was very good, driving through the heart of the Scotland defensive line. So again, Steve Clark maybe have some tactical, things to talk about with McTominay and the Bologna man in the middle of the park, Fergie. Yeah, so let's see, if anything changed, but this is something needs to look at where the Haitian left back and right back, they are picking up positions where it's not regularly for fullbacks. It's very rare you see fullbacks, get ahead of the more attacking player in the team out on that wide right and wide left. But that's like, come on, ref. This ref must know that this is a physical battle. This is not a netball sport. This is a physical battle where men are on the pitch playing football together. But again, 40 minutes in, I am enjoying this game. And it's a very good game. Look, it's a very decent game, to be honest. It's not one of those dull games like what you see with Czechia and South Korea, or the Mexico versus South Africa. This is a very much entertaining game, and I'm loving it. Yo, the Haitian team is creating opportunities after opportunities for themselves. Yeah, they are creating opportunity. Look, as soon as they get the ball, people start to run ahead and run in channels. Belgrade again in the heart of the soul of the Scotland team. Luisius, you can see him just getting past John Maginot on that right-hand side, getting inside on his left. And again, it's a very decent header, but kind of unbalanced. But again, man, this Scotland team is living on a dangerous line where they cannot contain this Haitian team. Yeah, cannot contain. Telling you, a lot of these Haitian players will be getting better contracts going forward in their club career because they're pretty much unknown to the world. You know how much the world, locked out Haiti as a nationality. But guess what? Their money on the pitch as a Haitian, they will make them country be proud. Yeah, and that's what I want to see. I want to see national teams go out there and fight for the country as if you are doing military service. And Haitian, they putting back their country on the map. A lot of people forgot about Haiti, but the players who is going to play and compete in this World Cup, they will do a lot of advertisement for their country, letting people know that, listen, the Haitian team can play football. Yeah, so a lot of people back home in Europe watching this game, especially in Scotland, Scottish fans, watch out. The sporting directors for some Premiership team in Scotland, a few players on the pitch, good enough for some decent team like Hearts. Yeah, Aberdeen. Yeah, Hibernian. These teams matter well. Few decent players on this pitch playing at a very decent level you can pick up on a very cheap bargain. Scotland teams not usually dip into the market to spend a lot of money. Haitian players are under the radar in terms of value. So I'm helping to promote the Haitian team as I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it how they are playing very well. And I want to tell you this, like a few of the last Gold Cup, the CONCACAF Gold Cup, that's like the Euro in this region where the World Cup is playing at this moment. Haitian team has been sucks where they haven't competed for a very long time in the region of their local continental tournament. But guess what? They found another way to get players. They found good coach, and the program has been striving under the radar. Under the radar. I really found out about this Haitian team about probably 18 months ago that there's probably something in the air. Yeah. And I really didn't give them much opportunity. I give them probably a slim chance, this Haitian team, to qualify for the World Cup. I give them a slim chance. Didn't write them off completely, but I give them a slim chance just because of, having Costa Rica and Honduras, two strong holders in Central America, and to have 3 Central American teams in your group as a Caribbean country, the odds will not be in your favor, and not many people will have you to qualify for the World Cup. So they beat the odds and they are here. But I'm just having a very good moment about this Asian team, of how they're really competing on a very high scale with this Scotland team, who have players from Napoli, they have players from Torino, have players in Bologna, have players from all over, from Arts, in the Saudi Pro League. They have the goalkeeper is a backup at Nottingham Forest. They have one of the best left back in the club era of Liverpool, Robbo. So they have high quality players in their team. But guess what? Haiti team is competing, man. And another threatening attack again, but this time down that left-hand side, for Haiti as well. Providence did very well, getting experience, on the ball, and a few step overs, ding, 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 like a Diniz, like a Brazilian touch. Yeah, and get into the box for Peru, but it's just slightly miscontrol that ball. If he get a perfect touch and then probably get something on that, probably would have been offside. Yeah, Peru would have been offside in that. That's very lazy. That's very lazy from the man playing in the Turkish Super League. That's a very lazy move right there. But the Scottish fans, they are singing highly and proudly, which they should be, for their beloved Scotland. They're enjoying this moment. They paid big bucks to get in America to be watching their national team playing in the World Cup for the very first time in decades. A lot of these Scotland fans wouldn't even remember what it was like to support a Scotland team in the World Cup. Haiti them no good, get ball in a 6 yard. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, bro, it's to come here and say the Asian team no good, bro. Like, come on. They are doing their best, dog. Yes, him should have controlled the ball, better. But come on, man. The Haitian team is pinning the Scotland team back. And then you're going to have the art to come here and say that, the Haitian them no good. Like, bro, get off the stream and go on, bro. Like, have some respect for the Haitians, man. They are playing some high quality football against a very tough European team. Come on, bro. You cannot come here and say the Haitian them no good, bro. Look at the players playing for Scotland. And they are competing against them. It's not like Scotland is overrunning the Haitian team. Come on, bro. Have some balls, man, and watch a game. I don't know what stream you're watching. The Haiti team is playing some very decent football, having this Scotland team pin majority of the time in their own half. Look how much chance Haiti create. But like, bro, yeah, you can say they might get 4 in the second half, but to say currently at this moment that the Haitian is not good, bro, like, that's very disrespectful, bro. It no matter if you're a Scotland fan, if you're a Jamaican fan, wherever you're from, to come here and say, yo, the Haiti team not good, that's so hypocritical, of saying that about this Haiti team. Like, I don't respect that, bro. The level worse than Bailey. Like, bro, you what Luisius have done. I sure know you see this number level for Haiti coming to the National Stadium in Kingston and rocked up and destroy us. What Bailey have done, what Leon Bailey have done for Jamaica, for you to say the 11 worse than Bailey for his national team. Man, get off the stream, bro. With all respect, brother. That's very so biased of you, bro. That's so biased. Just watch a game and just be proud of a Caribbean nation, competing at the highest level. It's best you said, yo, Asian could have done a little bit better in the attacking third. Then I will appreciate that, bro. But to come and say the Haiti team is no good, bro. Like, how can you say stuff like that? I don't think even the Scottish fans will say, yo, the Haitian team is no good. Because they'll be watching this game right now, right on the edge of their sofa. You get what I say, bro? So I don't know what game you're really watching or what you're commenting on, bro. But all right, cool. It's a point where Luisius and Leon Bailey, that's a talking point. Who is better in the national colors? And me watching that player in qualification in the Nations League, him show enough for his country. Yeah, he's showing enough for his country than what Bailey have done for Jamaica. Leon Bailey have done shit for Jamaica. If Leon Bailey give us the games that he played for Villa 23-24 campaign and be fit and ready when it matters most for his country, we would have probably been in the World Cup. Come on, bro. I don't respect that, bro. The Haiti team is not playing badly. It's very decent. Just need to take care of the football and take opportunities in the attacking third, because this Scotland team can easily go into the halftime break. Steve Clark fine-tune them and then find 2 quick goal and hit the win out of the Haitian team. Right? And then from there, the game just gone, left them. That can happen. That's why they need to be a bit more clever in the attacking third. So let's see what will happen. But it's halftime. It's halftime. I still believe that Haiti will have a lot of confidence. I think the Sebastian Mingy, the French coach in Haiti, I don't think there will be much of a tweak. I think one of the biggest talking point, you will probably talk about this national team is you have to be a bit more productivity in the attacking third. You have to take one of those half chance that you create. We see Providence square up Ickney out on that right hand side and got a shot, and I think Peru, scuffed that one over the bar. I think Guns, made a good save of that as well. You get what I'm saying? So I just think he needs to fine tune, how they can actually put the ball in the back of the net and then react to that as well. But I think the Haiti team have react very well. Went down 1-0 in the first 30 minutes of the game. I think they really close out the last 15 minutes of the first half as the better team. Scotland have a very good phase and periods in the first half from between the 10th minute to around the 25th minute. I think they were really dominating the game at that time. But another thing again, I think the Haitian coach needs to fine-tune how he can stop Ben Doak on that right-hand side. I think experience out there, the left back for Haiti, something needs to be done. He needs to have more covers out there where players can actually try to double team him. I don't know. He's going to have to find some tactical changes where they can deal with Ben Doak, because the Scottish Messi, John Maggin, there's not much plays going down his left-hand side. It's all about the pace and the skillful and the energy that Doak is bringing to that Scotland team on the right. Yeah, but you could see when Scott McTominay get on the ball with Ferguson in the middle, I think that's when the Haitian team really comes on a lot of pressure. You could see how the Haiti team, kind of really, open up when those two players getting on the ball, passing it to each other, getting the ball wide, spreading it quickly as possible. And that's the thing. When both of them really get the ball in the middle of the pitch, if they have to dismiss a player, they dismiss him. But guess what? They're hitting the ball out wide very quickly because they know that Ben Doak is having the best of that Asian left back out there. But I think with the Herald present, I think Ricardo Ade, and his partner, back there is dealing with it very well as well. Across, the right back, for Haiti, I don't think he have much to deal with because John Maggin is not coming down that left-hand side as well. But it's all about when Ike and, Gannon Doak, is getting down that right-hand side. It is a problem for the number 8 and number 15 for Haiti. But otherwise, the Philadelphia man, Jakes and Belgrade, the Wolverhampton man, I think they have been excellent. I think every time when they pick up the ball, they're looking forward to drive in the spine of the Scotland team. And that's where Scott McTominay and Fergie come under a lot of issue. Yeah, because they cannot deal with all those two players can turn and twist them on the half turn in the middle of the park. It's crazy a young player, from Wolves and a very decent player for Philadelphia in the MLS GX is doing that to two experienced lads who have played at the highest level for some time now. You get what I'm saying? So I think it is a well balanced out 80 team in this team talk should be a positive team talk, for Haiti. I think they are ticking a lot of the box. And I think the coach look at the highlights and you could see how the man is squaring up experience there right there. Yes, he kind of fumble a bit and get the ball inside and Scott McTominay hit the post, but he's winning the battles, man. He's winning the battle against the Asian, left back. And it was just unlucky from Scott McTominay how much that player turned around, his career after one time. His nickname was, McFred. So disrespect to the player at this moment. Yeah. Won the Scudetto as well for Napoli. But you could see right there the ball deflect back out to John Maggie, deflect off Belgrade. I think at that time, I think the Scotland slightly scored and the runner play, but nothing really, bad, to take from this second half, this first half, from the Haitian team. But Scotland, I think some of the things that they ain't going to need, because look, the Haitian team is getting bodies in the midfield, and look at Che Adams and Shankland, those two players up front in the number 9 position, they are not dropping back in time. So it's a bit too open up at times where it's just two players in the middle of the pitch. Doak is already playing so wide. So I think that some of that responsibility have to go down to John Magin to get inside a bit more quicker. Because if you look, the Haitian teams in the middle, they are very quick and direct when they get the ball in the middle of the pitch. And it's similar on what the Moroccan team did to Brazil. The little 18-year-old that played for Lille, and the other player who played for AS Roma in the middle of the park, were it's similar. They quicker on the ball, they quicker through the transition, they quicker winning the 50-50 battles and the duels. They're much sharper in the midfield, and you could see something needs to be done where the 4-4-2 at times it's letting off Scotland after hook, and I think it needs to be a bit more compact where it's much more harder to break down. But when you have two players playing as a double pivot as McTominay and Fergie, it's very difficult for one of them to stay deep. They have to be a bit more disciplined. Scott love to get forward. Look at the goals that he scored for Napoli. Majority of them, coming from set pieces, coming from late runs in the box. You get what I'm saying? And Fergie, another player, he likes to get forward as well. So there's no real, holding midfielder there that, will dictate the game, set the tempo, make vertical pass, and make the ball through the channels to your most attacking players. So I just think need more bodies in the midfield. And, Rabo, at times, Luicius out on this right-hand side, sometimes is getting the best of Rabo. You get what I'm saying? So him as an experienced player, he's going to have to deal with Magin. I think the two of the most experienced player in this team with gone out on this right-hand side. They need to communicate a little bit more. And I think with Rabo seeing the game from behind, probably can speak a little bit more to John McGinniff, let him know, like, come inside, players running off, another players on the overload. But it's not so bad though, with Robertson as it is with experience, the other fullback and the other team. So I just think, Scotland just need a little bit more tweak. And then from there, I think they're good enough to win this game. And I think they're good enough as well to see out this game. They're good enough, but will they take that risk of going into the second half and to see and try to just see out this game? Is it too early for the Scotland to see out this game? I'm not sure. I think they will fancy them chance, to grab a next goal. And the next goal is very key in the next 45 minutes, where you will say, listen, if Haiti go 2-0 down, then you might say, it might be a bit of a distance for them to really get back in. But the longer it stays 1-0, with the likes of, Nazon, another high profile direct play, number 9 striker can come off the bench. You have Derek, Etienne Jr., can come off the bench, can get on the wing, or, he can, stuck inside as well in the middle of the park. You know, um, Yasin Fortune as well, another player that can play up front and can play as a winger. Very good player. So I think they have, a few good player. And if you look at, Ozo, Casemiro, I like him as well. Yeah, I think he had a very decent game, versus New Zealand when they smashed them a piece in Miami. So there's a few players, with legs can come in and continue and keep up that momentum, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but they will depend on collective work. But if you look on Scotland side, if Shankland is not working out, easily can replace him with Lyndon Dykes. Yeah. George Hurst as well. That would be a very good option off the bench. Christie, I think at some given point in the second half, definitely going to see Christie. Yeah, definitely going to see Ryan Christie in the game at some given point because they're going to need extra legs in that midfield. If the attacking threat and the attacking wave is coming their way from the Haitian team, but Christie, I think he is one of the game changer that can really help Scotland to create more chances and to help to get legs in the midfield and to close out the game as well. But Dykes, if Shankleton is not getting the best as a player that can get the direct pass, Lyndon Dykes or George Hurst, two big players, will be a very good option as well. Stuart, not much about him. You get what I'm saying? Don't know much about him, but he's a big fella. That's what I know. He's a huge fella for Southampton. See him a few times playing for Southampton in the English Championship. Yeah, but very good teams, very good players, and I think both teams have good weapons to come off the bench. It's how the coaches, Sebastian and Steve Clark will utilize these players off the bench and the options that they have. But I think maybe Scotland have, better high grade quality player can get off the bench and to bank on to carry out that message and to do that task and to help the national team be successful on the day. So that's where I will leave it. To be honest, that's where I will leave it until the second half start. But let me get in few of this. Jamaica needs a star player. French coach isn't teach French players nothing. Get it in more. Jamaica needs to be competing for star players with England. Jamaican Premier League players not good enough. And I will say, maybe you can pick or find one of them that's very decent, like how Richard King came up, through the system, very decent as well. Find himself from Jamaican Premier League playing for St. Mirren in the Scottish Premiership. Ronald Asifas was once as well, very decent at Arnett Garden, found himself at this moment playing in Europe. Haiti, come on, 2 goal, one from you. Let's see if the Asian teams can get 2 goals. That would be very much of a task. Jamaican can't keep on picking Championship League 2 players to represent the country. Jamaican Premier League players to not to the answer. No coach want to take up this wasted Jamaican team. From time me tell Uno the World Cup rig against black people. Be idiot call the ref and make. So this one saying the referee is making some very F up calls. Yeah, but again, man, the hit look. All right. So the Asian players compare to the Jamaican players. You can see it, right? As Belgrade is playing for Wolverhampton. I think he's a talented player. I think he's a very good player. And you look at Jakes, watched him time and time, for Philadelphia, and I think he's doing a fairly decent job. You get what I'm saying? Look at Luisius, yeah, very good player as well. Looking at this player, Arcos playing for Angers at this moment. Angers in the French. Let's see, they're in the French League A. And look at some of their fixtures, yeah. But this is a team. Look where they're at. They're sitting 13. So it's a team that battle bravely at times, yeah, in the French Liga. So the Haitian players, they having very good contracts. They're in very good league. And I think when you look at the forward line, let me get this player off. When you look at the forward line, it's Sunderland and a team that's playing in the Turkish Super League, Rispor. Yeah, it's a team that's playing in the Turkish league. And then I look at this player, playing for Almere. Is this Ireland? Almere City? I think this is it Ireland, Irish league or Netherlands? Oh, he's playing in the Eredivisie league. So he's playing in Netherlands as well, where he's not really playing in the top flight league. So he's not really playing in the top flight league. So it's not all the time where you're playing. It's all about getting a very good game model for your team. It's all about a very good coach that know how to structure quality players with other players are not playing at an elite level or a decent level somewhere in Europe. So sometimes it's not about where the player located. It's not that as if it is the biggest problem. The biggest problem, with the Jamaican team, we don't have any real connection of what is the best game model for the sets of players that we have. Time and time, we just look lost on the pitch. But when you look at the Haiti team, it's not the most high profile. Ricardo Ade is playing in Ecuador, in Quito. This player, Del Cruz, is playing in Lugano in Switzerland. The championship is referred to one of the top league in the world where you can get decent players. You get what I'm saying? You can get decent players for the championship. So I don't think it is the league is the problem. I think the problem is we need to have a very good game model for the players that we're going to recruit for. If there's no real identity around or the coach going to set up his game model, then Jamaica will always get FUCK. And I'm going to go back to the Premier League as this is not time to talk about Jamaica. Jamaica is nowhere near the World Cup. Yeah, we sent packing by Curacao on November the 18th, get the automatically qualifying spot. And we get a last bit of the cherry and we give up our opportunity in Guadalajara versus DRC, which is DR Congo. But let's see, how the Haiti team will react, to Sebastian team talk in the dressing room. Yeah, let's see how they will react. Needs players who are getting opportunities. Many of the Asian players grew up in France and the USA. Yeah, you're right about that. Peru, and have scored many goals for Haiti. I think, how was it? I think it was Nazon. No, I think it was Peru. One of them, grew up, I think, and left and went to the US at a very young age as well. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all about the team. Because if you could put 11 of these players playing for Jamaica, I don't think you will probably see the best of these players playing for our country because there's no real game model around them. But yeah, second half start, 30-second in, and the Haitian team is on the front foot already. Yeah, the Haitian team is on the front foot already. Let's see what they will make up of in this second half as well in Massachusetts. And that was a very good play as well. Very good play from Providence. Very good play. You could see that side, that left-hand side, with Providence going on. I think he's having the best of Ignis so far. That was a very bad set piece by Belgrade. Very bad set piece by him. Yeah, so big up to everyone, wherever you're watching the stream, streaming on multiple platforms and multiple channels as well. So greetings to the 280 fans that's watching the stream at this moment across various platforms. Really appreciate you guys as well. Much respect as well if you guys can support whatever platform you're streaming on. Really appreciate it. Yeah. As we are watching the Haitian team versus the Scottish team in the second game of Group C, you would have seen the two big holders in Group C clash today in New Jersey. Yeah. 1-1 is that score. So Scotland will be licking their lips and licking their fingers, leading this game 1-0 as match day one. Who would tell that a Scotland team would be leading the group on match day one? The Scottish will be going wild tonight. They will be drinking lots of beer in the pub, wherever you are. Are you watching this game at home? Yeah? Are you watching this game at home? Where you are in this world watching this game? Are you outside if you're living in Scotland? Are you on the sofa? Are you in the bedroom, wrapped up in a sheet with your wife? Yes, Ronnie M said Peru grew up in the US. Yes, yeah. Thanks for that connection and that correction from you, Ronnie M90. Peru grew up in the US, and this is it. I think this is the place where we grew up. Boston. This is the place where he grew up. He reside over in Massachusetts section of the world. So this is like a home return for Peru as well. So I think he needs to score a goal. He needs to score a goal as well. Very good journey of the Haiti player. Currently wearing the number 20, Peru, playing for Rispor in the Turkish Super League at this moment. Yeah, but look, the Haiti, looking forward to equalize the game, but it's going to be tough. Scotland as well. Let's see. Scotland defensive record at the qualification round. I don't think Scotland gave up too much opportunity in their group as well. So in their group, they only they gave up 7 goals and scored 13. Yes, that was it for Scotland. Scored 13, give up 7 in a very fairly, I want to say mediocre, but slightly competitive group. But they should get out of that group all day long to qualify for a World Cup, especially an expansion of the FIFA World Cup. But it's 80 and the charge once more again, I don't know. How can you come and say the Haitian players are bad? Yeah, they miss opportunities. That is a mind-blowing comment. I've been sitting here talking, but I've been wrapping my head around it like, how can you come and say the Asian team is bad? Encourage them and tell them take them opportunity in the final third. See a very anxious, Steve Clark looking on the pitch with his assistant coach, wondering what will be the change in a few minutes from now. You could see, Ricardo Ade right there is not giving up anything. He's trying to close out and lock shop at the back. If Haiti concede a goal in the first half, one of the positive things, you want to even have as conversation as players, and that pitch in the second half, how much we can get a clean sheet. It's games like this where it's so close, the comparison is so close, the talent and how the teams are playing currently and the matchups is so close. It's all about how much you can win different periods and phases in the game. So, the Haitian team will be looking into the first 10-15 minutes. How many chances can we create? Can we take one of those chances that we create? Half chance, big chance, whatever chance. And from there, if you can get an equalizer, then what will be the next approach? Will you be satisfied with a point, which I think none of these teams should be satisfied with a point, knowing that the next two games will be against Brazil and Morocco. None of these teams sure to beat a Morocco team. You might probably stand a chance with this mediocre Brazil team how they play earlier. Yeah. When I say mediocre Brazil team, I'm talking about that mediocre performance they put in. But still, quality players can hurt you at any given time, right? But I don't know if these two teams can bring a quality game like what this Morocco team did a few hours ago. But I wouldn't put it past any of these teams to give the Morocco or a Brazil a competitive game where it would be tough on the day for them, especially Scotland. I still think Scotland is one of the favorite to get out, but sleeping giant in the group, the Haitian team. Watch out. And that was, very decent cross. So Haiti is getting some very good glance. They're getting some opportunity to get the ball in the right area, to get something on it. But again, over it, from the player from the back post. I think that's an offside. Referee hold up your flag, linesman. Yeah, that was an offside. So. UK at night job. Again, Providence out here on this left-hand side is getting a lot of looking. And he looked like a very decent, skillful player that can wrap his feet around the ball 2 times as a step over, versus you could see as well, his wing back is helping him out. That's a very good sign right there. That's a very good defensive effort as well. Very good defensive effort. See, he's punching the air in the air of cheering and applauding the fans like, yes, I won that battle. But I really want to see Louis Ferguson and Scott McTominay get on the ball a lot more. I really want to see what they can do. Look, I'm telling you, man, the right hand side for Scotland is really doing the magic. Ben Gunn and Doug, is really doing the magic for Scotland. Really doing the magic for Scotland. Look at how he creep up an experience over there in the box. Almost, but very good recover from the Haitian left back. But he creep up and get ahead of him on the back post. But very good recover to block that to get the Scottish team a corner kick. But he's causing some whole lot of problem. Now you see that one, flash across the box. Swinging. That's a very good, near post defending work from Pierre with the number 9 up front. As you could see, Placide is organizing his team in the back, trying to defend a very good set piece. Wow, that's a very Jigs. Big Scott in a GX back. GX said never feel a muscle bien for where big 6'2", Scott McTominay 6'3". I jump on a challenge with you in the box, man. You don't get that every day in the MLS. The man they used to call McFred. Yeah. Very looking competitive second half. Haiti still well and in the game. Scotland seems and look well comfortable with a 1-0 lead. Yeah, looking dangerous as well, competing for the balls in the box as well. Oh, that see that ball hit the official. Very good. See, it's a nice little, build up from started with Placide at the back. You could see the youngsters in the stadium very happily watching their beloved Scottish team. Yeah, almost 30 minutes left back in the game. The time is ticking quick and fast in the second half, but it seems like the Scotland team have no real energy, have closed down this Asian team. I mean, look, I don't know what the Asian team's going to do after get something, but they are looking very dangerously each time they goes in deep in this the Asian box, and that I don't know. I mean, you have to be that Scottish defender have to be careful on how he's holding the player. But it's like every time this Asian team's going deep into the Scotland half, it's like they're going to create threats and ask questions. And it's a moment of time before if they get one single opportunity, correct, and snatch it, then it will be lots of problem for Scotland. But what I'm really getting from the Scotland team and you could see that he kind of hold him. That's Ainley or Andrew. I think that's Andrew. Old Peru, but I don't think you're going to get nothing from that. But the more I'm just looking at it, where Scotland just seems like they're going to pick their moments, and when they go for, they're not going to, attack and aggressive press this Haitian team in their own half. They're going to wait until they get into the mid third and probably pick their moment and they press on the ball. But I think I don't think it's a very good move, from Steve Clark. You probably want to go out and get the next goal and then implement that type of tactics to the players. But ref, you have to give the man a yellow card, man. You have to give him a card. He stopped a dangerous attack. You have to give. He know exactly what he was doing. Come on, man. When the man have to get penalized, the Scottish player. Shankland know exactly what he was doing. Bro, this left-hand side has been a constant threat, from the Haitian team. This Haitian team is constantly a threat down this left-hand side. And you could see some very, decent, half-decent crosses is coming from this area. They are getting the ball whipped. I don't know if the two players in the number 9 position, Isidore and Peru, I don't know if it's their problem and it should be their prerogative to get on the end of something. Are we seeing Casimir is coming in for Luisia? So this is the winger out on the right-hand side is coming out as well. He has been quiet. He has been quiet in the second half, so I probably could see with that change as well. So let's see what Casimir will bring to this team out on that right-hand side. But the left-hand side for Haiti, they are getting the ball, a lot in the box. And, they are doing it comfortable as well. And the players, it's not like Scotland is really doing anything bad because the players are so close whether it is providence or experience where the ball is getting into the box. But I like the way Scotland is battling bravely, with this with this Asian team, and I like the way Haiti is not changing their game model, whether it is Scotland or whoever. But they are doing a fantastic job, and their fans still will be proud at this moment. But I just don't like the fact that Steve Clark seems a bit stingy, on how his team is going forward. And that has to be a tactical setup where they're just comfortable defending this 1-0 lead against this Asian team, which they should have in their own rights. Defending a 1-0 lead, this will be a massive points and a very good progress of leading the group in the first match day of Group C. So very itchy game. Very itchy game, This game is very competitive. It's so close. And Haiti, first time Kashmir, is on the pitch. Haiti, going down that right hand side as well. You could see, it wasn't good enough, but that's the first time I've seen, where the team tried to play down that right hand side in the second half, where it was a lot more frequently in the first half, but Kashmir wasn't good enough to get past. Who was that? Is that Shankland? It's not good enough. I think Haiti going to need some more plays. Yeah, they're going to have to go in the playbook a lot more better. I forgot, NBA is going on. So San Antonio Spurs 65, the Knicks 53. Again, man, another overhead pass, from the Haitian player. Come on, man. Another overhead pass. It's like the Haiti team is doing so good to get these plays, and it's a very good, you could see that Belgrade, that should have been an easy pass, man. But again, he's driving through the midfield. Could, see he apologized earlier as well, to his teammate. I think it was Jakes was breaking out on that left-hand side. Overhead pass, but they're doing well to get in those positions to make those big decisions. But are you going to continue to play the game, create half decent chance, half chance, and not manage to create one big chance? I think that's what the Haitian team needs to do. They need to perfect whatever they are doing at this moment, because it's just not good enough to get beyond the Scotland team. Scotland decided that, again, Scotland probably decided from the 30th, 35th minute that they're going to defend the entire game. As this is very surprising for me, seeing the Scotland team defending a Haiti team. And if this Haiti team finally equalize and get something from the game, this Scotland team will get crucified back home to be dropping deep and deep to a Haiti team. This left-hand side has been so good for Haiti. It has been so good for them. Everything is going down that left-hand side where they're creating moments. So, at this moment, it's a hydration break. So you can see from Jakes, he was looking for Peru right there, before guns, map it up. But you just cannot continue, to doing the same thing over and over. This hydration break should bring a lot of tactical work. The two men up front Are we going to see a change? Are the Asian coach, is he brave enough to get another body in the box? Will he go with a 4-3-3 or will he stay with the 4-4-2? But I think at some given point, you're going to need Nazon on the pitch. You're going to need Nazon on the pitch because the two players, they're just not doing it at this moment for it in the box. So you could see, one substitution, Joasu, Casimir, man that's playing for Auxerre in the French tier as well. But at some given point, Duxin Nazon needs to be on the pitch. At some given point, this fella here, playing in Iran for Estagel, he needs to get on the pitch. Some given point, you need to get him on the pitch. Needs to get on the pitch. You could see the percentage of his goals. The shot attempt is very high. Touches is very high as well. So I think, he needs to get on the pitch, man. 2 goals in 18 games this campaign, for Estagel. But I think he has been always a dangerous player for Haiti whenever he puts on that blue shirt. So he needs to find ways to get him on the pitch. And I think probably the coach's big problem is the quality of Isidore. You just never know what you can get. Yeah, you just don't know what you can get. Look at the heat map. All right. So let's kind of break it down a little bit more. Look at the heat map of Wilson Isidore. It's right in the middle of the pitch. Only a bright spot in the attacking box. Yeah, only a bright spot right here. He needs this to heat map. The bright yellow needs to shift in the attacking box of where you're going to get on the end of one of them crosses. And I think that has been the issue. The direction and the runs of Pierrot and Isidore. Look at this. There's so many crosses. Let me go on my other device and get. So on the left hand side, on the left hand side coming from Providence. Let's see if I can pull it up on this. I don't think I'm going accurate. I'm not going to get the stats that I want on this. I don't think I'm going to get the stats that I want on this. But I'm just saying, right? The heat map is not showing enough in the box, in the penalty box. And I think that's where the problem is for this Asian team. It's not being here. And if you look at the heat map for the left-sided midfielder, Providence, it's very high in the attacking area. You get what I'm saying? It's very high right here. So that tells you that he's always looking to get past his man in the ball line. Always looking to get past Ickney out on that left-hand side. And if you look on the other player coming from the left-back area, experience, he's a left-back. And look where is this. It's so strong, and his touches and his heat map is so strong in this area where it left from yellow to becoming red or orange right there. 42 touches. So these two players are getting the job done and getting bars in the back. It's all about Isidore and Pierrot. It's just not good enough for them to get more heat into this where Henley and Andrew is at this moment. It's just too easy for them. When the ball goes out on that left-hand side, right, you need your two number 9s to be just ahead of the ball, right beside the defender where you're not going to be offside, but just ahead. And time, when the ball gets into the box, they are well behind the two center backs for Scotland, Andrew and Ainley. So again, needs to to correct some things going forward. needs to correct some things going forward. People, I don't know if I'm not seeing the comments. I don't know the comments. Etienne needs to be brought in. That would be a good shout. That would be extra legs in the midfield as well. Because, looking at Drakes, but who will you take out though for Derek Etienne Jr. to get in? I think I needs to get people. It's almost another goal for John McGinn. It's almost another goal for John McGinn. The people, I think that one where the guy pulled down, the Asian defender in the box. Yeah, the left back might be Haiti weak link. Yeah, he might be Haiti weak link. I agree with you. But I think he's getting the job done, man. Brazil and Morocco will definitely attack Haiti. Yeah, they will definitely attack them. I agree with that. Yeah, the ref is a thief. Refereeing against Haiti. Scotland will not be able to keep up with Haiti's speed. Like, they are creating opportunities, but the ball is just going ahead of the players. And another dangerous play again down that left-hand side. And it's Providence, the man again. But is that a shot or is that a pass? But that, John McGinn really scuffed that one. We Black Nation will never have any chance in a them man a racist tournament. We have to organize one ref ourselves. My mistake. Haiti left back is attacking a lot, Haiti needs to try to attack more down to the right to switch it up. Yeah, I don't know why, if it's intentionally, because in the first half, Luisius was getting, ahead of Robertson at times, getting the best of him 1v1. So I don't know if it's a tactical change of they see the weakness, or that's always Haiti's strong side of the two left-sided player. Providence and experience, yeah? Watch home. Yo, look at how the player is running and ring roses around the Scottish team. I mean, look, Rani, the experience, the number 8 for Haiti. He might be one of the weak link with Doak attacking him, but with the ball at his feet, they cannot take that ball from him. That man looked like a little mini Marcelo a while ago on that ball. That man is running rings around Scotland, but they needs to get, if they're going to do stuff like that, we see Lyndon Dyke, she's coming in as well. Some substitution is making as well. Maybe Nazon need to be brought in. Nazon needs to get in, man. Nazon needs to get in. Scotland is scared of that speed. Like, I never would I even think of Scotland will be backing off in the minute 35. The West Ham Everton man is coming in as well. But where's Nazon? Did Nazon came on? I've seen a lot of substitution being made. No, Lenny Joseph is coming on at this moment. Isidore is coming on. I mean, Isidore is coming off, and now I know Nazon. That's very weird. That's like watching Igor Thiago coming off of Brazil and no Hendrick. People, it's a long day, doing streams. Long day, and there's one more game left. Jeez. It's a very long, long day. Man says Scotland scared of the pace of the Haitian team. So we are going into the last 15 minutes of the game. Yeah, we are going into the last 15 minutes of the game. Let's see. I mean, look, maybe, as someone said in the comment, they're going to have to switch it up at times because, these changes probably reacting to it going down that left-hand side as well. We see Patterson came on that right back position, fresh legs. the experience and Providence to deal with. Let's see how they will match up with the Everton right back. So will they get ahead of him? Will they get the better of him? Let's see. He's fresh. He's very athletic. He's strong. You know, very decent as well. 1v1, Patterson. But the Asian fans, they are very happy. You could see their face. Not one sad Haitian fans in the stadium. But I can't believe Scotland is really defending this from the 35th minute. Come on. Come on. Boy, the Scottish are defense so good. The Scottish, them are defense so good. The man them are block everything. The man them are block everything, brother. They are throwing their body right in front of the ball. Is that handball? Is it handball? It's not good. That's not a handball. Ref, you have to look at that. Like, no, to be honest. The shot that the Haitian player took, you're telling me that that's not looking like a handball to you guys? No. Tell me if that don't look like it came off one of the Scottish hands. That looks strange. That looks strange to me. That really looks strange to me. That really looks strange to me. And with the referee or the VAR don't take a look, something looks strange to me. Bro, you're telling me so that ball look really close to Patterson hand, I really want to see more of it, which I think I'm looking at it. I mean, look like as if it came out of his shoulder still, But that looks suspect to me. That looks suspect to me. That ball pan Patterson looks suspect for me. What you guys saying in the chat? VAR not working. Like, come on. That looks suspect to me. Not even a VAR look. People, this Haiti team is coming right in the heart of the Scottish team right now. Because there's waves after waves after waves. And there's another opportunity to just create where Haiti being wasteful. Yeah, wasteful. Providence has been a menace to the Scotland defense. I wonder if Providence don't tired. No. People in the chat, where whatever stream you're watching on, yeah? What you think about that Patterson handball? You don't think it deserve a look? Come on, ref. As a man them say you can't come in a white man town and want a big decision. Nah, that look too blatant. That you can't just look at that and just say, oh, it's off the shoulder. You have to give that a proper VAR look. Come on, man. Jaja. That kind of looks strange to me, Aya. That looks strange to me. Fam, that looks strange. Not gonna lie, bro. That looks strange. Really looks strange to me. I think, look, you can't it can't really be the better team and win because Scotland is doing enough, and I think Scotland is defending very good as a team. You get what I'm saying? They are defending very good as a strong unit. But Safe Path Solution Group said no penalty. All right. But it looks strange though. It looks suspicious, like it was very close. But don't you think it probably deserve a VAR look? I'm not sure, man, but yeah. The Haiti team has played really good to them, man. They're giving a very good display in of themselves. You get what I'm saying? The John McGinn deflected goal. People, right now, me I try. Try find. Try find but the handball, you know. Yeah? Me, I try find. It's in the 77 minute. Bro. That's just bro, 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 this, me no know, bro, this can't, one of the handball I think of a Ainley, the one where I think Belgrade kick. I think that one came off Belgrade, like, yeah, the Belgrade kick. Bro, you can't tell me say that ball from Ainley with Belgrade kick on a handball. Bro, that a definite handball. I'm looking at the replay. I make sure bring back that the ball with Belgrade kick for Ainley. That is a definitely a handball. That referee is a thief and is a crook. That Algerian referee, he's a crook. Not even a VAR look. No, that not deserve a VAR look. Come on, that man. Not even. Yo, no, I mean, I tell you the wrong thing. That's that man is. People, yeah, I tell you the truth. This just looks suspicious to me, man. Bro, the more I look at this is a highway robbery. The more I look at this, then I add my phone, this is a highway robbery. This cannot be true. Bro, you see, Look at this. Eh? Look at this. Tell me this on a handball. Look at this. Them referee are thief, brother. Look at this. No, look at this very carefully. You telling me this is not a handball pan Ainley? Come on, referee. Come on, VAR. Look at that, people. Look at that. Like them thing, this is just too blatant. Look at this close. Look at this. You guys telling me this? This is not a handball? No, judge, bro. We have too much camera. We see VAR take a yellow card. We see VAR take a free kick. We see VAR take a corner kick. And you tell me VAR can't get this? Bro, come on, bro. This is blatant robbery. Look at that. Come on, bro. That is blatant robbery, brother, upon 80. I'm sorry, I can't even screenshot it because it's going to come out blank as a copyright. Can't even screenshot it. If you go use a next, if you use next phone, take a picture. Bro, that is blatant robbery upon 80. Referee, the Algerian referee is a crook. All when in the eye open, when they still rob the man them. Jesus Christ, brother. It just a create chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And them forget blame too. Got them for score one of them chances. All when 80 eye open and rob the man them. How much rob no rob them? The man them not free now. The man them are some free soldier. I want to still rob the man them. 80 upon them, I want to still rob them. Them not have nothing down there and still rob them. Jesus Christ. People down there eat all mud and water and still rob the man them. Give the man them fear, cause that is just so unfair, bro. Like, make sure bring back the thing, go right back to where it hit the man and that is too blatant. Why it look like the Scottish them are defense so good, bro. Scottish them are defense so good. Man, them are defense so good, bro. You have to give them a lot of credit because them decided they're gonna back themselves. And they're gonna back themselves defending. Yeah. You have to give them a credit. The Asian, I mean, if 18 deserve nothing, then deserve a goal. Them deserve a goal. The Haiti team deserve a goal like Jaja. But the game not finish and Scotland seeing it out. Yeah, the Scottish team seeing out the game at this moment where give them a lot of credit as well, for sticking to the task, defending deep, putting their body in front the ball, putting their body on the line. Belgrade have been one of the best defender, the best player upon the Haiti team as well. But it's just one of those days. It's just one of those days so far for the Haitian team. Nah, that came off Patterson head. That should be a Scotland. So the VAR can't overturn showing. I'm say only pat boom clot. Jeez. So Lyndon Dykes want book out the man head. Yo, the Haitian players them have put them body on the line. The Haitian players them have put them body on the line, and that's what I really like. Yeah, man, them have put them body on the line. Jaja. Long live the king. Kind of lost for words, man. Kind of lost for words, to be honest. Scottish team decide that nothing not pass. Yeah? The Scottish defensive line decide that nothing not passing gun today. Yeah, I totally, agree with you. The 80 forget a call, but 80 not helping themselves. And look at that eye boot from McLean. Look at that eye boot from McLean. 80 have done a lot where so many opportunities get into the box. Yeah. And the two number 9s up front aren't doing anything to attack those crosses into the box. All right. That the ball, the yellow card for McLean. Bro, I not even want to see that chance again. I really don't want to see that Peru chance again, because that for going at the back of the net, I really don't want to see that Peru chance again, bro. But I'm saying, McLean, his foot was so high. Where is the VAR check? Where is the VAR check? How much time in the club game, you see, things like that go to VAR and there's a decision to be made. This does look suspicious. There's so many suspects around this game. Like this, not even a VAR look. Look at how high the man boat go. Right up in the man knee. No, bro, this thing. Look, boy, me I tell you, say. The man them go down to Africa for another black man for rob a black man. Yo, the Algerian referee has sample. Yo, the Algerian referee has sample, bro. Him and the VAR. bro, that the man them nah give the man them a fair look. They nah give them a fair look. But I think the game, is coming to an end at this moment where I think the game is coming to an end. Well tried, 80. Very good, very good display in a few. I mean, I think you guys representing yourself really well. I think all the Asian supporters out there must be proud of the players on the pitch. Yeah, must be proud for and the players on the pitch, man, because they fought really well. They created, some very half decent opportunities, half chance. They created looks. They asked a lot of questions from the Scottish defensive line. Yeah, and the Scottish really, came to defend, and they decided they will not concede any goal today. So I have to give them a lot of credit, man, because it's not easy to just score a goal in the World Cup, regardless of the opposition, and decide that you're going to defend the entire game after that. So I lot of credit, to this Haiti team. I think Jam again, found himself in the right place at the right time, and he take him opportunity. He grabbed his opportunity. So respect to him as well. I just think the only ones to be blamed, mainly about this is the Haitian players. They didn't take the opportunities, regardless of the official calls. Yes, but you have to take that opportunity that you create for yourself. And I'm a bit surprised that you have Nazon on the bench and you not even get Nazon off the bench. How is that possible? You're taking off Isidore. Are you going to bring on another player? I think you bring on Joseph. And you have the man that knows to score goals for this country. But well played, Scottish. Well played, Haiti. It was a very entertaining game. Very even game as well. But not many people did expect Haiti to really battle this bravely and to dominate the attacking third. Yeah? So I have to give them a lot of credit. But people, the stream will end as there's another game that will start 12 a.m. Eastern time zone. So I will be preparing for that game as well. You get what I'm saying? It's a long marathon run. This is the World Cup. We only get it 4 times a year. Yeah, Scotland hit the post as well. Yeah, Scott McTominay. I remember Scott McTominay when I think it happened twice. If it happened the second time, but Scott McTominay won. Yeah, he got the opportunity as well. But I think the real threat was Ben Gunn and Doak on that right-hand side. And you could see the Scottish, they are singing right now. They are singing for joy because with these two teams, this was a game both teams were looking at. If they're going to get out of this group, this was the game for them. And for Scotland, this was the game for them to win. You could imagine if Scotland never win this game and get a point, how much they may get criticized and the media have to come and defend against a Caribbean team. My goodness. But Patrick Riley said Haiti was the better team. To be honest, I think Scotland, you have to give Scotland a lot of credit to, And if Haiti was a better team, then would have found an opportunity to be the better team. But to me, I just think that Scotland did enough to win the game. So the favorite have to go, towards and lean towards Scotland by a small margin because they did enough and they stick to a game plan. And Haiti could not bridge that gap. It doesn't matter how much ball possession, how much chance they create in the final third, but Haiti could not bridge that gap. That gap seems a bit far from the Haitian team where Scotland really set up, to defend. Ainley and Hendrick, in the first half before Patterson came on, he was very decent as well, partnering up with Doug down that right-hand side. I think Rabo have better second half. If you look at what Haiti did on that right hand side, it was completely a Casper ghost. Only 2 times I really see them create, some threats down that right hand side and rubber side. So against Haiti, just lean on that right hand side, the quality is not there. But man, I'm going to close out, people. Much love and respect to you guys. Support the stream as well. Patrick, Jamaica is no match for Haiti. Yeah, we don't even have to compare that right now because the Reggae Boys team is nowhere close to a World Cup. So we're going to watch the Kangaroos. Yeah, we're going to watch the Kangaroos versus the Turkey right up next. But I leave it right there, people. I really leave it right there. So much love and respect to you guys. See some of you guys. Will you guys make the ride in the next day? I'll see you guys on Sunday. Because Sunday